An author who wrote a book on how harmless brown bears are has been found mauled to death by bears in Alaska. Timothy Treadwell spent summers living alone with brown bears to prove his theory. When a bush pilot went to pick him up, he saw body parts and bears hovering nearby. Park rangers had to shoot 2 bears who threatened them. The bears had even buried body parts for later.
That looks like a Gary Larson cartoon. I can just picture the whole thing. Who you calling harmless, you son of a... Who you calling harmless?
You know what that does to our reputation?
Others up there
Wait a minute. They
about...
shot 2 bears for what?
They went in to get the pilot. First of all, the pilot flies over the campsite. This author, Treadwell, had been up there with a woman, a friend. Both of their remains were there with a bear perched over some body parts. So he was so shaken he could barely make it back to the airport, where he called park rangers who went out to get the body parts or to make sure everybody was dead. And they had to shoot 2 bears who threatened them.
Well, whoa. That's their habitat.
Right.
This idiot was trying to make them look like a bunch of sissies.
He had his
he
theory.
deserved to die.
Wait. So your theory is that the bears should just continue to gnaw on the bones, and that
they don't have to kill them.
The loved ones. Well, how are you going to get the bears away from the body parts so you can bury something?
Another guy goes over to another side and goes, "Ooh, over here," and then when they run over there, they pull all the remains out. I don't think that's right.
Supporters of this author say that his theory was correct for 12 summers.
Yeah, it's that last summer that'll really screw everything up.
He would sleep with bears. He even videotaped him on all 4s.
You sleeping with my daughter?
No, not that way. He'd even get on all 4s, I guess, and play with them.
Oh, this guy.
Some animal experts, though, had ridiculed him, saying that he was setting a bad example and may have even been dangerous in the sense that he would give the opinion to some people to believe
that they would give the opinion to the public that it was okay to do
These are brown bears.
Yeah, because I'd do that.
Brown bears and grizzlies are the aggressive ones. The black bear, which is popular at the dumps and backyards of Wisconsin, are not aggressive.
I don't get this, and this is happening obviously now with Roy Horn, how we look at these animals, they're wild animals, and then when they act like wild animals, we kill them.
Right.
Well,
they're doing what they're supposed to do.
We had to get the body parts out and to get his Coleman Lantern.
So we should have just left him there?
Yes.
Well, actually,
that's the way he would have wanted it.
And the bears did bury him, didn't you say that?
Partially buried body parts.
How about that?
The bears apparently store food that way, but to the relatives that was considered gruesome, so they dug him up, brought him back.
But the guy was in their habitat. I don't understand why they have to be killed. That's what happens. You go in the ocean, you might be bitten by a shark. That's where they live.
Well, the park rangers felt threatened.
Wait, Tim wants to explain this. Are you done, Jim?
Yeah.
Tim wants to explain
probably
this
has
to
real
Garry.
details. I sort of summed it up.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, guys, how you doing?
Good.
Great show.
Thank you.
Yeah, the thing with bears is once they eat one human, they begin to associate humans more with food. So when these 2 bears are going after park rangers that they usually would run away from, then the park rangers know, okay, these bears are dangerous, more so than your common wild bear to humans, because now they've associated humans with basically lunch, and so they become they're the more dangerous bears. They have to do this to bears out in what's that state park with
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Yeah.
They got to do this.
We know this, of course, from the Yogi Bear cartoons.
Exactly.
That's how we know.
Yeah. So
but the guy had no business being there.
What's that?
The guy that was killed had no business being there.
Oh, he had no business being there, unprepared to deal with bears. He's an idiot.
So now by what he did...
No. He's a bear expert.
He marked these bears
self-taught, they say, which I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, well,
it's not their fault. They're just being bears.
Yeah, they're being bears. But, when a person goes out there, they got to be prepared that, hey, these are bears with claws and teeth.
Yes.
The man wrote books on bears, sir.
Calling them sissies.
He was an expert. And he was an expert right at the moment that the bear took his head off, too. Hey!
I don't see a sequel coming now,
All right, thank
Guy's
you, sir.
an idiot.
Take care.
That's the way it goes.
Gina, you're on WLS.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I just heard this and had to call you. My husband and I were at Katmai National Park in Alaska this summer, and we were flown to an area, no people, but nothing but Alaskan brown bear. And at one point, one came about 5 feet away from my husband and maybe 8 feet
That must have been messy.
Pardon me?
Did
I hear that's quite something to see.
Oh, behave.
Oh, and now
Oh, behave.
So you're out there. So a bush pilot drops
And
you
you saw
out
the
there.
money shot.
Okay, yuck it up.
Hey,
It's
now.
a wonderful experience, and you ninnies should try it.
Well,
It's
what?
just
Okay,
fabulous.
and if they attack you, what are you going to do?
Nothing. It's meet my maker.
That's
But
it.
I'll tell you what. We were with a very competent pilot and his wife, rather.
Yeah, who dropped you off and left you?
She was with us the whole time. She's been doing this for 16 years. But frankly, you're right. If you go out in the wild, things can indeed happen. But you also have to sometimes act like a bear, and that's what we did.
You acted like a bear?
You don't run. You never run. You stand your ground.
It sounds like the Chicago Bears.
I wish they would stand
Yeah,
their ground.
That's what they do. They don't run.
Yeah, right.
I know. Whoa. So you're standing out there with these
Yes.
bears.
And we paid money for it, yes.
Are you an outdoorsy type? Do you like this by nature?
I love adventure travel, but I like to have a little bit of cushy comforts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're standing out there with a brown bear that could eat you. Eat you.
It could indeed, but they were actually dining on marsh grasses at the time, so they were really much more interested in that than us, believe me. We ate our lunches within feet of these bears.
Oh, my God. You are
Boy,
a special kind of stupid.
Yeah, you two should be ground up at this point, by all rights. What happens if they do attack? What are you supposed to do?
Well, we're supposed to stand there